Some photos capture more than just a moment. They freeze a nightmare. What looks like a normal picture, a smile, a crowd, a quiet background, sometimes hides something so dark, so real, that once you see it, you can't unsee it. These are 5 real photos with terrifying, disturbing backstories. And the scariest part? They were all taken in the real world, not fiction. The last photo on a stranger's phone. In 2014, a group of hikers in Panama went missing. 2 young women, Chris and Lizanne, never returned. Weeks later, their camera was found deep in the jungle. The last photo? A blurry image of nothing but blackness, with strange lights and shapes in the distance. But here's what makes it terrifying. Over 90 photos were taken between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m., snapped one after another, in pitch black, almost like someone or something was watching them. Some images show broken branches, blood, a shoe. Till this day, no one knows what happened in those woods. But those eerie photos might be the only clue left behind by people who never made it out. The demon behind the boy, the Amityville Horror photo. This photo was taken inside the infamous Amityville Horror house, the same house where a real family was murdered in 1974, inspiring books and horror films. Years later, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren entered the house with a camera that automatically snapped photos during the night. One of those photos shocked the world. It shows a young boy peeking from a dark room with glowing white eyes. But here's the catch. There were no children in the house. Some believe it's the ghost of John DeFeo, one of the murdered children. Others say it's a demon taking the form of a child. Even skeptics were creeped out because no one has ever been able to fully explain the photo. It became one of the most famous ghost photos in history. The last selfie. Flight MH17. This selfie shows a young man sitting on a plane, smiling at the camera. Everything looks normal, safe, routine. Minutes later, that flight, Malaysia Airlines MH17, was shot down. All 298 people on board died. The image, now known as the last selfie, spread across the internet because it captured the final peaceful moment before one of the most chilling tragedies in modern aviation. The mystery? To this day, no country fully admits who fired the missile, and the victims never saw it coming. One happy photo, seconds before horror. The ghost that followed her, the Freddy Jackson photo. This chilling photo was taken in 1919, a group portrait of RAF, Royal Air Force, mechanics who had just returned from World War I. At first, nothing seemed strange, until someone noticed a face behind one of the men. A blurry, pale face, peeking over his shoulder. The strange part? That face belonged to Freddy Jackson, a fellow airman who had died 2 days earlier in a tragic airplane accident. His funeral had taken place just hours before the picture was taken. The men in the photo swore it was him, and the photo has never been debunked. To this day, it's considered one of the most convincing ghost photos in history. And the idea that Freddy showed up for one last group photo still gives people chills. The backseat ghost, Mabel Chinnery's photo. In 1959, a woman named Mabel Chinnery went to visit her mother's grave in England. She brought her camera and took a few photos during the visit. One of the pictures was of her husband, who was waiting alone in the car. But when the film was developed, they noticed something terrifying. In the photo, sitting right behind her husband, was the clearly visible face of an elderly woman, someone who wasn't there that day. The shocking part? Mabel and her family immediately recognized the woman in the back seat. It was her mother, the same woman whose grave they had just visited and who had died years earlier. Photography experts later examined the image and said there was no sign of editing or double exposure. And remember, this was way before digital cameras or Photoshop. To this day, no one can explain how her mother's face appeared in that photo. It's still considered one of the most chilling and unexplained ghost photographs ever taken. So, which of these photos gave you the chills? Are they proof of something beyond our world, or just terrifying coincidences caught on camera? Either way, once you've seen them, you can't unsee them. If you want more creepy mysteries, haunted images, and real-world horror stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because the next photo we uncover might be one you were never supposed to see.